Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. This is day 119 of playing chess every day until 2000 and I'm back to 1850. So we got a game against a 1931. Hopefully he plays and he doesn't abort. Fairy pawn. Okay. D4, D5. What? Is this guy smurfing? I hope not. A6 is like a really... so he's trying to take and also like this. So, let's just take. He takes and now we get the bishop out. Okay, we play E3. Let's check his account. Okay, bishop to f5. So bishop to d3, there will be knight here. We can play f3 and pawn storm. Should I play bishop to d3? Let's go bishop to d3. Road to cm. Who is this player? Holy. He's not playing that much rabbit, he's just playing blitz. Wow, he's 2000 in blitz. Holy sh. He took the bishop. Okay. Guess you want to trade everything? Trying to go here, trying to make some tricks. Let's go here. He's gonna play c6. So that will stop the development of the knight to a good square. Maybe he's gonna play knight to d7. But I think I can just take the pawn because knight cannot take, he loses the queen. But after knight to d7 and knight takes and pawn here, I can just take with a check. You play the move, nice. Now we can play knight to e2 so that when he attacks me, I go here, and after takes, we take with the knight, and my structure is not ruined. Unless he wants to go, no, he cannot. So h6, we can go here and here and here. Yeah. I believe we just castle. Just blitzing out the moves, this guy. Going here, then takes, we can take with the knight or with the pawn. Because going here, he will just take and castle, and then I'm gonna get attacked. So you know what, let's just go back. Maintain the pin. If he wants to go g5, let him go g5, and then we go back, and after takes, I'm thinking about knight takes. That will be a good square for the knight. And if you just castle, I mean, yeah, we just continue the game. Trying to play maybe knight to a4, stopping the knight from hopping to this very good square for him. So maybe his plan is to go here and castle. Knight to b6, I really hate to play in b3 because, yes, we're stopping the knight from going here, but then he will start pushing. Knight here, trying to put the knight there, but then after knight takes, pawn takes, bishop takes. So if rook to c1 and then try to go here, he will just take. No, he cannot take with the bishop, but I would have a very bad pawn here. Okay, so he just castled. Okay, makes sense. Playing rook to b1, trying to go for b4, trying to put the knight on a good square. But after rook to b1 and knight here and b4, the knight will live there forever, so I cannot do that. So rook to c1, knight to b6, knight to a4, no, b3, the knight to a4, knight here. Yeah. Let's go rook to c1. He still cannot go here unless he went queen to b6. But queen to b6, there is knight to a4 attacking the queen and also playing b3 to defend the knight. So he will help me with one move to develop and also secure the square from his potential knight. So this is not a good move. Maybe he's gonna play the move g5. Since I don't have a light square bishop, queen here just attacking the pawn. Okay. So we can play the move h3, but after this move, when we go back, he can just take me, and after knight takes, we're still fine. But after bishop here, bishop takes, knight takes. Yeah, I'm securing the square, so I can play it. I can play bishop to g3, bishop takes, and knight takes. We're securing the square. Yeah, let's go here. If he played this, I think we can just take the knight, because after takes, we just take here, and after takes, we take. So he just loses a pawn with this move. So bishop takes, knight takes. He cannot go here with a knight. So he's gonna go for a pawn push, but we just play b3 and knight a4, and the game continue. He's 1931, almost 100 points away from me. Yo. I think he's not gonna take the bishop. I think he's gonna put the knight on b6 to try to put the knight on c4. So knight to b6, b3, and then it's gonna start pushing his pawns. I'm gonna play knight to a4. And yeah, and the plan is just to take, and try to put a knight somewhere on c5. Maybe he can play the move b5, which is really annoying. But after, b4, the knight will go here, the pawn will go here, and yeah. Let's rook to e8. Okay. I wish there was something like this, but there isn't, because the knight can take this, and he cannot take here. So only if the knight was not there, then this could have been possible. Knight here is also not possible because of this pawn. So let's just play. So he wants to go here. He wants to go here. Okay. So just takes, and put the knight on g3, right? He wants to go for this square. I'll just go knight to g3. Don't give him the square. If knight here, knight takes, pawn takes, knight takes. Queen here, but then we can go knight there. And if he takes me, I can just take him, and after he takes, I take back. Yeah. I think he's gonna play h5. Knight to f5, attacking the queen. And what? Then maybe f3. There will be this move. I cannot stop the knight from going here with a pawn, because this pawn will be very weak. I'm guessing either b5 or h5 to either attack this knight from the defense or this knight from the defense. A knight here trying to reroute the knight, it might help to control the center. And if knight here, we don't even take. Let's just let him take us, and then we take with the rook, and we'll try to double up. So yeah, h5, knight here, queen moves, knight there and knight there to go f3, and after knight here, all we have to do is not take. We were forking ourselves. We just move the knight, so no, the knight will be here. And then we just continue the game by just trying to expand on this side. c5. Okay, so takes is gonna take with the knight, attacking my queen, of course. This move, the queen will move, but where? So we can take, and after knight takes, we get the queen here, we'll put a knight there, and after knight takes, rook takes, and rook to d1, trying to take, but he can... Okay, he's trying to go here, but I don't know what is the point. Knight here, he plays this and I can just take it. After knight takes, I take with the rook. So knight to a4, he's going to take with the pawn. I'll take with the queen. He cannot attack me right now. And my rook is active. And after knight to a4, pawn takes, queen takes. It's going to be something like rook here. We take once and the other rook takes. We attack the queen. And then we try to put the knight back. Because I don't think we have to take it, because if after knight here, it's not good. Yeah. But knight to a4, there might be knight here, and after knight takes, pawn takes. So knight to a4, he can never attack me, because if knight takes here, takes, and we just take with the rook. But after knight to a4, what about this bush? Yeah, there is the bush. But after knight to a4 and push, what's going on, you fuck this phone, bro. Every single time it disconnects like a garbage. Okay. I have no idea. Should I allow him to take and take with the queen? I mean, that would be fine. This and takes with the queen. So maybe I just play rook to c2 and rook to c1, anticipating this will open up. And if rook to c2 and just c4, I mean, I just get back. And after knight here, knight takes, pawn takes. I think I'm just going to play rook to c2. Yeah, if he takes, I can just take with the queen, try to double up on c1, and then try to put the knight there, outpost, and controlling the open c file. And if you just play the move c4, I mean, I just go not here, because we have to be careful. So c4, I just go queen to d2 maybe. Knight here, I just take it, and he cannot take with the pawn because his queen will be hanging. So c4, queen here, knight takes, and he cannot. That would be losing material, because if rook takes, we can just take, and after takes, he loses the queen. So this we can just go to d2, and we're fine. And if he takes, I take with the queen, he plays knight here, and I still do the exact same thing, because he cannot take, he'll lose his queen. And after knight here right away, I mean the exact same thing, but no. Knight here, knight takes, pawn takes, but he just loses the pawn. Yeah. So he cannot go here, he cannot take, and if he push, it's not that effective. So I think rook to c8 or b5. Yeah. Rook to c8 and, anticipating the opening of the c file, or just b5. Yeah, he played this, but just queen to d2. Is he gonna blunder this? Oh my god. How the frick did I saw that the queen can take and there's a pawn here? Oh my god. Knight here, knight takes, pawn takes. That is so dumb. But here, this pawn will become a little bit weak. So maybe we take, and after pawn takes, we get the queen here, he plays this, we go here, and how can he defend the pawn? He can play this, knight to f6, attacking and also defending. Yeah, I swear to god, I did not see that there will be a pawn here. I thought that after knight here, knight takes, he cannot take, he will lose his queen, and there's a pawn in the way. That's silly. Now a move like b5 is very annoying. I'm gonna go a3, and he's gonna go a5, trying to force this move. Yeah. So no, b5, trying to go here. I just try to put the knight there. We cannot go here. Yeah. Maybe we'll better, like queen to d1 was better. Trying to put the queen on f3 so that we can maintain an attack. Yeah. So knight here, knight takes, pawn takes, but that will make his pawn very weak. And also there's a passer. I mean, b5 or just trying to... I mean, the only logical move is b5. There's nothing else. Unless, you know, this move, trying to put the knight here and with the queen trying to checkmate me. So this could be a move. But we attack. The queen moves somewhere. I go here. And I try to go back with the knight to f3 to defend against everything, and life goes on. Maybe this is my fourth opponent that is, you know, very higher rated than me. The highest rated player that I played was like 2091 from India, and I lost that game. Come on, bro, why is it taking so much time to play the move b5? I mean, b5 is like so obvious. Just trying to remove the knight from the defense of the very important square. Finally he saw that. Okay, so playing the move like f3 is very not cool. So maybe I'm just trying to reroute the knight here, but then we lose control of this square. a3, there will be the move a5, and I go rook here, and after here, takes, back, and the knight is hanging. I move back, the rook will give me some checks, and I have to block and takes, but then the knight. I don't think that a3 is a good move. Playing e4 myself, trying to attack the queen. So e4, pawn takes, knight takes, this. No. Here. Yeah, we lose. So maybe I have to play the move b3. He plays this. I move here. If he takes, I take. And then we go back to defend. So we can play the move b3. If he played this, I go back with an not a4. And if he takes, I just take. And then we can just defend the pawn with everything that we have. And that is a very good square here. Right? What about no? No. I can attack the queen, but I don't know what's going to happen after that. The queen move and I go here, and then this move will be happening. And b3, pawn takes, sorry, b3, pawn takes, knight here, I go here. What about b3, pawn takes, and the move here? No, he loses the pawn. So maybe this is the move. If b4, knight to a4, it's protected, and if he takes, I can just take back, and I can always defend the pawn with the queen and the rooks. Yes, we're making a very weak pawn, but I don't want him to push, and the knight will go back somewhere. And whenever he puts the knight here, we just take, but there will be rook takes. It's even better to move the rook back and put the knight here. I wonder if I had knight to e2 and then try to play this and try to go here, and then the other knight there. So we would have two knights defending the king. If you play b4, I want to go knight to a4. But there's the move c3. Oh, that's too much space you're giving. Oh, I did not see that. b4, knight to a4, and c3. The pawns are very annoying. So after this, what can we do? We can attack the queen once, but then he will just attack it. And now 2 knights are attacked, so that's bad. Shit. So there's actually b4 and c3. And we cannot put the knight on c5 because this simply loses a pawn. So b4, knight here, c3, queen to d3, at least attacking the pawn if the rook moved. Knight here, and I don't think we take. No, we have to take, but then pawn takes. And then we get the queen in, but there will be a rook here, we have to be careful. So b4, knight here, c3, queen to d3. Knight here, knight takes, pawn takes, but I think he's gonna take with the rook. Yeah, he bladed. Of course he will blade. Of course. At least trying to create a blockade versus this pawn so that he can never push it. Here, push. Let's just go here. He will of course gain space with this move. And we can always try to attack it by removing the defender. So yeah. We can play queen to d3 so that if the rook moved, and it's still protected. Still protected. And queen here, we have to be careful the alignment of the rook against our queen. So queen to d3, there's no way to attack me with his pieces to attack my queen. He's gonna put his knight there. And I will give him the knight to try to play the move a3, and after takes, I take with the knight. And then we just put the rook here and we attack. Yes. I think this is a good move. But now we have to be careful. Here, knight. My queen cannot defend the king. And I want to use the rook on this side. I'm just going to go queen to d3. He's just going to go there with the knight. Okay. We can attack his queen. The queen will move. Maybe there. I'll attack it one more time. And then we go back. Knight to f3. But this is a very, 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 very annoying square for his knight. I don't think I have to allow this. He takes with the pawn. Why? Why would we take with that? Bro. He was supposed to take with the rook to move back to put the other knight in the center of the board. But playing e4 is like crazy. Of course not here because a lot of attackers. So we just go queen to a2 is best because we still want the rook. Now I want to play the move a3. After this, takes, and then put the rook on, then put the rooks on the a file. Yeah, this is definitely not the best way to play this, but he did not even play it the best way, so we both suck. If he played this move, f5, I don't think we have a check to win the pawn because the queen's still defending. Knight here seems very reasonable. But then he will lose this square. And then the queen will get in. But the rook will get in. I want to play the move a3, but he's going to play the move a5. And after takes, this pawn becomes a little bit weak. But I don't know how to target it. Only if he moved the queen and played the move f5 to win the pawn. But that will definitely not happen. Playing the move f3, trying to take and take with the queen, that would be good. But after f3 and pawn takes, queen takes, knight to f6. And after knight to f6, well, at least we put the knight on c5, and he cannot remove it unless he went back with the knight and takes. No, if he moved back, we just take the pawn. So I think we have the move f3, but after takes, queen takes, this pawn will become very weak, and we cannot use the rook to create a blockade because this pawn will push. f5 has been played. We do have a check. He will move his king. I cannot take. How about rook to d1, trying to go knight to c5, and after knight takes, pawn takes, his queen is hanging, and after he takes here, at least the rook will... No, that's bad. f3, he will take, and after queen takes, this pawn is hanging. He pushes this. I think that's the only thing that we have. But the knight is very far away to defend my king. And I cannot go here or here, so I'm laying down a freaking knight. f5, he's trying to go for this, and if I take, I'll lose the pawn, and if this and he takes and I take, it's still fine for me. a3, he will definitely play the move a5, and after takes, takes. I think we have to play this, right? Wait, a3 and he takes. I can just take with the knight and then create a blockade. Let's go a3. And he can never make a queen. I mean, I have the entire arsenal defending the back rank. a5, pawn takes. Trying to give this check, but it will not help because the queen is still there. And after this, and takes, I can sack the knight for the 2 pawns, but why? At least I should have something to fight for. So a5, pawn takes, putting the rook on a1 and the other rook on a2. Try to, you know, what the so after pawn takes, he will take with the queen. I can take this pawn, he will take this. Okay, so I can take once, and after queen takes, I can just go here, defending. Why did he do that? Why did he do that? Now the pawn is... What the... Why? Why? Bro. Taking with the pawn was the best thing to keep this pawn safe, but now this pawn is not safe because I can now freely target it with my pieces. Before, if he took with the pawn, so if he pushed the pawn and I take and takes, I still cannot attack this pawn because it's protected and I have to attack this one. But after this, I have a rook, knight, the other rook will go here, queen to d2, and how can you defend the pawn? And how can you defend the other pawn? Very weird play by my opponent. I don't understand. And sorry, not queen to d2, queen to e1, trying to attack the pawn with the knight as well. But I believe if we played queen to e1, so maybe he's going to push the pawn. Queen to e1, how can he defend the pawn? I don't think he can. So okay, that's a very good move. Because after queen to e1, there will be rook to c8. Nice. Playing d5. Oh, d5 is good. d5, he goes here. How about knight takes, rook takes? We need the rook, but we cannot use the rook because the pawn will be hanging. That is very not cool. Queen to e1, there will be rook to c8, and after knight takes, rook takes, queen takes, queen takes, you just want a piece. And the stupid knight can still not get into the game. And maybe he's gonna play knight here, and after takes. You know what? Let's just play g3. Stop the pawn from going here to create any kind of, you know, stuff. And there will be no moves like rook here, for example, trying to sack the queen. And if I take, I'll get checkmated, since the king now can run away. So this is a good move, a waiting move. Okay, he's just defending, but I'm not gonna effing try to take it. Go do whatever you want. Maybe I had to move first. Maybe I had to move. Yeah, I guess I had queen to h5, attacking and also attacking this. And the rook needs to go back, not defend. Yeah. So now, can he create something? Queen to h5, how can he defend the pawn? He can play this, but he'll lose the pawn here. Queen to a5, are we losing some important squares? I think he's gonna play knight here. But then I can just take here, and after knight takes, queen takes here. Yeah. Should I play it? Or should I play the move h4 after this, takes, and the queen will get in to attack? And if he push, he lose the pawn. So let's just go h4 to stop him from playing any kind of pawn moves here. And if he played knight to b6, I don't know if I have queen takes pawn, because if the knight takes, queen takes, pawn takes, the rooks can align to attack, and whenever I move this, it will push the pawn. And after knight here and takes, he can take with the queen. But then my pieces will be very... But my knight is garbage. So after knight here, at least I can just win a pawn for it. And after knight takes, attacking me, I take with the queen, and after queen takes, pawn takes, rook here, and I just play rook to c1, and after he takes, I take, and rook takes, I think I'm up a pawn. What the hell? He wants a queen trade. Yeah, I'm not a retard to actually take it. Because if I take it, my knight cannot move. And he wants to take and push the pawn, so I think we have to move away. Queen to e1, there will be some attackers, so I think queen to e1 is the only move. Ooh, queen to e1, and there's this. But we just take with the dame rook, and after rook takes, knight takes, he takes here, I take and I lose the rook. Ooh. No. So maybe queen to d1, but he will still put the queen here. And after takes this, so queen here, queen here. We have to be careful. How about king to f1? You take me, I take. How can you align your pieces to attack my pawn? Actually, we can play king to f1. But queen here, we still don't care. King to f1, queen takes, king takes, knight here, knight takes, rook takes, and we cannot play rook to c1 because he can take and also defend. So king to f1, queen takes, knight here, and I believe we just get the king closer to d1, so that after takes, rook here, and after takes, give me a check and I can move away. I think king to f1 is fine. I think. Because that's retarded to actually take the queen. Oh, maybe his plan is to go here without actually me taking the pawn. Oh, if that, yeah, that makes sense. But after knight here, just takes. And if rook takes, we just go queen takes, rook takes, and then all we have to do is just get the king closer. Whenever he tries to double up, we win the pawn, and the game continue. King, what the... Okay, so he's just trying to use his king. He's trying to go... He cannot even get in. But after queen takes, king takes, the king can actually try to get in. And we cannot take here because of simply rook takes. So how about queen takes, pawn takes? Queen takes, pawn takes, knight here, rook takes, rook takes. And if I play the move rook to c1, he's gonna play queen here. And then we're gonna take. And after takes, takes, rook takes. No, that's not good. I can now push the pawn. I lose the knight. Going here, he will just take, and after takes, he will take with something, and that's not good. Giving this check will not help. Actually, it might help because he can push the pawn, and instead, if not using, but we cannot. The queen is pinned. Bozo. So queen takes, there will be this. After knight here, takes, takes, rook takes. Hold on. Queen takes, pawn takes, knight here, knight takes, pawn takes, and rook takes. So he just won a pawn. And when I try to double love, there will be b4. So wait, queen takes, pawn takes, knight here, knight takes, pawn takes, rook takes, and the move b4 first. But he can go rook to c4. But I can try to double up, and whenever he take, I can take, and after take, he still has a passer here. So weird. I have no clue how to win this, or to draw this. Queen takes, pawn takes, knight here, knight takes, pawn takes, rook takes. We have to play the move b4 to attack. I think that's it, right? Queen takes, pawn takes, knight here, knight takes, pawn takes, rook takes. We play this move to attack, and after he goes here, we just use the king. But there will be this. That's very annoying. I think I have to go for this. This motherfucker remove the damn move. Now, whenever you try to double up, you will lose this pawn in the process. What the frick is that? King to e2, and this I can just take, and after takes, I just, and I can play, what? Why did he go there? Okay, so after rook to c1, there will be rook to d3. But I go here and try to push. Can he target the pawn? He can't target the pawn, but I just take. And after he takes, let's just go here. Stop him from trading the rooks. If he wants to go here, let him go there. He cannot target. Okay, now he's annoying me. Going here, he will push, but I can go here. And he cannot defend. So I can actually go here, try to use the other rook. But no, we cannot really defend anything. No. I can play a rook here, actually. Let's just go here. But then this move. But then I can play the move f3. And if he takes, you just lose this. You just want to play fast, boy. I think we take. He takes with the pawn. Okay. Now he wants to play this. Who cares? Let's just go back. Okay, he still cannot play it. That's something like this. Let's go here. I have no clue what's happening. This pawn is very annoying. I actually had... Okay, so now he wants to go for a rook trade. So this takes, and after a check, I have to move away. So how about moving here? Check, takes, rook here, pawn here, king. Shit. How about rook here? He plays this check. I just move away, and after he takes, I still take. But then he will take here. Yeah, we definitely messed this one up. Trying to move away, he will still force this check, and after I take, the rook will take. So rook to c1, rook check, takes, rook check. Should I go back? Should I go back to rook to c1? I don't know. He'll play this check. I'll move here. He'll put the other rook here. Yeah, I'm just giving him too much space, but I don't know how this rook managed to get here. I have no idea which place is the best place. Let's just go here, at least close to this. We just go. Oh yeah, this is a good move. c2, rook to a1, check, takes, check, and he will get to the pawn, and he would have opposition and push the pawn. Yes, I think it's c2. c2, we cannot go rook to b2 because of this check, and after takes, he can just make a queen. So after c2, I have to go rook to a1, and he can take the pawn or play rook to d1 check. Yeah, I was not supposed to allow the rook here. And maybe the queen's on the board was the best thing to actually maintain some kind of a draw, something like this. Yeah, definitely this guy's skill is definitely in the endgame. This is crazy. I still think it's b2, c2, yeah. Here, check or king takes pawn, nice. Okay, now we cannot really make a move whatsoever. We cannot move the rook. So try to make some kind of a passer. He will take, and after takes, he will push, so we will be in a zugzwang. Beautiful, beautiful gameplay by him. And moving away, I think he will play this, and after takes, rook takes. Yeah, I think we are definitely losing this one. GG. Resign. Let's check the game review. I have no idea how that rook managed to get into my position. That's nuts. Okay, let's see. Okay, we're playing d4, our beloved Queen's Gambit. Okay, nice. So far, no mistakes. Yeah, we had to play h3. Nice. Oh, f3 now to hold the square after the bishop gets kicked out or something. Yeah. What? He had a bishop sack? Oh my god. Bishop takes, king takes, check. And whenever I get close, he can just take. Oh, he just won a pawn. But he missed it. I still yeah, I had to play the move f3 to hold the square, but I thought this is very, yeah, f3 and bishop to f2. Now when I see it, I understand, yeah. Still f3 the best move. Taking the bishop was nice. I had to go queen to f5 for some reason. I had to take. Yeah, simply I'm giving him too much space with his moves. Yeah, I had to go a3. He played the best move. He played the best move. Taking was not accurate. Taking, I was supposed to go here. Taking with the pawn is the best move. Come on, bro. But what about putting a knight there? Okay, a3 was best. I told you. I told you. Now it's equal. He had to push the pawn, but after I took and queen takes, there's something bad that I have made here. I had to go rook to c1. Why rook to c1? Rook to c1 loses the pawn, and the knight is hanging. I just go back with the knight? Hold on. Rook to c1, queen here, and just knight takes, brother. Because if rook takes, come on, the hell did I miss this? Rook to c1, queen takes, knight takes, and then we just put the knight on d5, or put the knight here, whatever. We just move the name knight, and the game continues. Playing against this pawn, and if we just manage to take it, then it will be a draw. I played this mistake, and he played here, trying to defend and playing rook to c8 to add more pressure. That's beautiful. I had to go here, but I thought, you know, what is the point? After he goes here or here? No, he cannot go here. He'll lose the rook and the pawn. So here I thought he's gonna go here. I can offer a queen trade. Oh, that is good. d5 pawn here, queen here. And if takes takes, at least they are defended. And after any rook here, I can just defend with, oh. Now I see it. I wish I can see those things during the effing game. I had to go back. Why? That was the blunder. It was equal until I take this. I had to go here. And after this, I still can take. Takes, takes, rook takes. Queen takes. That was bad. Yeah, my mistake here, I had to go rook to d1 to hold the square. But after rook to d1, he will push, and now these are going to be pain in the ass. This is why I pushed, to disconnect the pawns. But he has this, and I had to go king to a, rook to a1, try to give some checks up and down, not to allow the king in. Yeah. Yeah, this is just losing. Wow. So I just want to check when it was equal and I messed it up. Where? Here. I had to go rook to c1. Okay. And let's check the analysis and see. Will he take the pawn? Yes, he will take the pawn. But even though his up pawn is 0.7 for white, which is crazy, and I don't take the pawn, which exactly why I wanted to go for this. Knight to c5. Giving away another pawn. What the? So knight to c5, knight takes and pawn takes, and rook takes c5. Yeah, this is bad. Why the engine is supposing... What? Knight takes c5, and I have to go rook takes c3, attacking the queen and the knight. Okay, that's more understandable. Queen to b5, offering queen trade. Do we take? No. We can play queen to a2 check. Yeah, I think that's the... Yes, this actually more understandable, attacking the pawn and moving away, or a check. But taking, I don't think I would have taken. Yeah, so queen to a2 check. The king moves to where? To h7. And now we take with the rook. I think with the rook is best. What do you want me to play? You want me to play h3? Wow. The engine wants me to go... What if I take the knight? Rook takes c5. Okay, and you cannot take with the rook. No, we can actually take with the rook, because there's no background checkmate. But the best move is d takes. Why would I take with the pawn and isolate the pawn and make it a target? Whereas I can just try to trade everything and I would have a passer. Crazy. Takes, okay. Rook to e5. Why rook to e5? Why not rook to c8? Oh, there's maybe queen to e6. Right? No, he can just take. No. Queen to d5. Yeah, queen to d5 is more understandable. Queen to d5, just defending the pawn, attacking this. Yes. Let's just go back. Okay, so we missed that. And yeah, we just... I had to go d5 here. Will he, you know, go to the d6? Yeah, no, rook to g6. Rook to g6, then we go. Rook takes c3. What? Why would he play that? Rook to g6, and I had to take the pawn. Now everything is defended, and I'm up a pawn. And now knight to e5 is the only move. Okay. And rook to d1. And then queen to e7. Trying to go... Oh, okay. Some stuff going on. Yeah. And here, it's equal. And that's my blunder. No, it's not my blunder. Now it's still equal, and I had to move the rook. I had to move the rook to c1, because if he takes the pawn here, how this is... Huh? Not to c5. But then he just takes the damn pawn. Knight takes c5, and rook takes c3, attacking the queen. Oh, I did not see that. Queen to b5, offering queen trade. The exact same thing, then we give a check. No! The queen is blocked, you bozo. Queen to c4 check? I would take the knight. Stop bullshitting me. And now queen takes e2, check, king takes e2. Okay, now how this is winning for him. a5. Just really, you know, rely on the pawn and push it and make a queen. Yeah. So my blunder here is endgame. I did not evaluate the endgame correctly. Yeah. And after I took here, that was very... Yeah. After I took here, and he just takes with the pawn, and I put the knight there, and takes, rook takes, and push the pawn. Yeah, the rook will try to get in, and that's something I did not see. And I had to go rook to a1. But what about like rook to c4 maybe? Yeah, I would think he's gonna play rook to c4. And now how can we defend? Should I go rook to h1 or should I just give some checks? Yeah, checks. Here. King to e6, getting closer. Rook to a6 check or not? Rook to b7. What? Why? And what happens if you take here? Oh, you just take it, bro. You just take this pawn. And after rook to b1 check, king to g2, king to e2. Okay. And now another check. And now king to e1. And rook to b1. Do you want the freaking draw or what? The engine is crazy. Yeah, so we played a very good game, but in the end we did not evaluate the endgame correctly, and then that was our mistake. Yes, his endgame was like a masterclass. That's beautiful. And the way that he got his king into the game, that is crazy. Because his king actually, the one is causing the damage for me, especially when he took the pawn. Wow, very good game. Thank you so much for watching, guys. See you tomorrow.